Okay, so it is 71 days until badminton. It's the 24th of February, and this week, I've actually got this week off work, which is quite nice. It wasn't planned, it's because I've got car troubles. So, but it's actually worked out quite nicely because then I can just focus on doing some more homework with Finn. Basically, I wasn't going to do, originally I was going to do YouTube build up to badminton, and then I decided I wasn't because I'm really rubbish at filming things and getting things together, and to me it just all feels very samey, so I just didn't. I use my Instagram a lot, and I like sort of the in the moment like feels kind of thing, and that's why I just tend to use that. And then I thought, you know what, I've actually got quite a lot of footage, and I'm just going to all pull it together of all the stuff we've been getting up to over the last 8 weeks. So he had a very quiet December because he'd gone so well, sort of October and November. So he had a break after the Chillington regional qualifier, and then we focused on show jumping October and November. Did our first discovery there at Hartbury, and he was incredible. And yeah, had a quiet December, like I say. Then January kicked off with some dressage lessons, some show jumping lessons, and then just outings, just basically like match practice of like competing and doing focusing on dressage and show jumping, which is what winter's all about. So we've been doing some novice tests and sort of trying to consistently show jump at discovery, so at a meter. So we qualified for the 90 grassroots, but this season I really want to just get out and be competitive at 100. Still potentially like to do some other things, but that is my main goal, is obviously badminton 90 and then being consistent eventing at B100. We also managed to sneak in our first ever Newcomers, so that's a meter 10. I haven't jumped that height for I think I'd worked it out, it was like 13 years. So I used to a novice event a long time ago. And yeah, I haven't jumped around that height for 13 years, and Finn's never done it. So I've also got some footage of that. So yeah, I might voice over some stuff or just leave it flowing. I'm not really sure how it's going to go. But yeah, we've done a hunt clinic as well. That's been really good. And then the next few weeks, I haven't actually now got any competitions planned, and I want to keep it that way other than actual events now. So we've entered the B100 at Oxtalls, which is at the end of March. Entries open for Lark Hill today, and I think I'm going to enter that as well. So that's the start of April. And then my next one I'll enter is Calmston, which is mid-April. So that'll be 3, assuming that probably one of them, if not more, will cancel with the weather. So I'm going to enter those. And then we've got some cross-country schooling booked as well. So at Pontysport in a couple of weeks on their arena cross-country surface, and then Tweedledum the week after that. And this week we're going to the Gallops. So yeah. Well done. So I thought I'd just chime in here with a little voiceover to say that I'm the one with the reddy orangey arms, so there, and the blue sort of jacket on over the top of that. There he's going over the third one there, and yeah, just having an awesome time navigating the sort of challenging terrain and these beefy fences. actually done an intro for today, which is we're at Boroughs Court to do 2 novice tests. So yeah, let's see how it goes basically. I'm actually really excited. Got my new Equitex pad, which I'm most excited about trying. So yeah. So this is novice 5. I've only put 1 test in because nobody needs to see 2 dressage tests being voiced over in a row. So yeah, novice 5, 20 by 60, and I'm going to sort of say the marks and the comments that are on the sheet as well. When I first go in though, I try to have a really good trot around, make sure he's really off my leg. I try to really move him into the corners, and do a couple of transitions as well if I need to. We had already done a test, so he was nicely sort of warmed up and quite relaxed anyway. So A, enter and work in trot, proceed down the centre line without halting, and C, track left. And we actually started off with an 8. He is very straight, which is a bonus, so I just need to keep riding him forward. Then he decided, oh, do you know what? This is the ideal time I need to go to the toilet. I was like, oh, great, thanks, Finn. So S, circle left 15 metres diameter. And I got 6, and she says it's large. And seeing there, it is large, isn't it? I'm nearly at the other side of the track. I think I was so focused on him going to the toilet. Then E, F, change the rein, and over L, transition to walk 1 horse's length, and immediately proceed in trot. So we got a 7 for that. And then for a moment, I forgot what the next movement was, and then suddenly remembered that I'm supposed to be cantering at F. So it was a bit late, and I got a 6 for that, saying transition after the turn, which is right. Then at V, we circle right 20 metres diameter, and we got a 7.5 for that. Then the next movement is S, half circle right 50 metres diameter, return into the track at V. So this is his better rein. And we got a 7 for this. Then VK, counter canter, and I remember thinking this feels really good. And we got a 7.5. Then at K, it's transition to working trot, and KAF, working trot. For that, we actually got an 8, and it says good transition. FS, change the rein and show some medium trot strides. So we got a 7 for that. We do need to work on our medium, but it's actually got better for him, bless him. Then SCR, working trot. We got another 8. Then we go on to another 15-metre circle at R. Again, I got a 6. So you can just see where all the marks are dropped because of my inaccuracy, basically. Saying big circle. I don't think that was as big as the other one, but it's still too big. Then BK, change the rein, and over L, transition to walk, and then immediately proceed in working trot. So it's basically exactly the same on this rein now. And we got another 7.5. Then at K, transition to working canter left. I got a 7, and it does say croup high, and it did feel like he kind of came back at me a little bit on that one. So I think I just need to make sure I ride more forward into the transition, basically. Then at P, circle left 20 metres diameter. We got a 7.5 for this. And this is the rein that I find he gets a little bit tighter. So I need to always make sure that I'm riding forward and keeping his neck quite loose. And then at R, half circle left 15 metres diameter, returning to the track at P. So we've got a 7. I remember thinking, oh, please keep going. Then at PF, counter canter, so we've got a 7. That's pretty good. And then he did feel like he dropped a bit here, but obviously in that transition, at that position, you can't really see. So we did get a 7, transition to working trot. It does say more balance in transition. KR, change the rein, showing some medium trot strides. So we've got another 7. I think that one felt a little bit better to me as well, but 7's still good. C, transition to medium walk, and then CH, medium walk. We got a 7. And then HIB, change the rein in a free walk on a long rein. We got a 7. It says good steps, could stretch more. Then at B, we're picking up that transition to a medium walk and changing the rein again to K. So we got a 7 for this. Then coming up at K, I think I just shortened him a bit too much, which confused him. And I think he almost thought I wanted a walk to canter. So it went a bit tense and we got a 5.5 saying lost rhythm. A, down the centre line. X, halt, immobility, salute, and we got to 7.5. Nice horse showing a pleasing partnership, many marks lost due to some inaccurate shapes. But good boy, Finster. Quick debrief on today. I don't know why I keep doing this. Quick debrief on today. He was amazing, and is this my hair? Oh, no, it's just the line. And I'm really pleased with actually how I rode. I always have a lovely time at Burrows. Don't know why, it's just like a real chilled out vibe. Lovely surface. So yeah, 68.8 in novice 1 and then 70%. 70% in novice 5. Novice 5 is the one with canter. And wow, like we only nailed that at home like a week ago, 10 days ago. So to be able to then go and do it in a test and do a clean test, like 2 clean tests, and get 68.8 and 70. Bear in mind in the 70 one as well, the remarks are literally like lost many marks due to inaccurate shapes. Apparently I can't ride a 15-metre circle. Thought I could. Apparently I couldn't. So lost marks for all of that. And also in the first test, hold at X. I was so sure you had to hold at X. I got a 5.5 because you're supposed to hold at G. So yeah, I'm just like well over the moon with those. Like, you know, when you just put all the hard work in and you go out and you have a really lovely time and you just, I said to him walking back to the lorry, I'm like, I really hope you get the results that just like, that reflect how well you went. And he did. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm so chuffed. So stay tuned for the next instalment where hopefully I remember to do some sort of intro like I last minute did today. Where next weekend we're at CCR to do the 95 and the Discovery class. It is Saturday the 8th of February and I'm just walking down the road to go and get Finn in because he's been out for an hour before going show jumping down the road. So it's only, CCR's only like 10-15 minutes from us, so it's really convenient. And like I said, entered the 95 and the Discovery. So yeah, looking forward to getting him out. He has had a bit of a quieter week this week with work and not feeling too good. He had 1 groundwork session and 1 ridden session, so he could be a bit feisty. So here we have the Discovery round from CCR. I've only added 1 round in because we don't need to see multiple rounds. It was the same course as the 95, which is quite nice. I like that because it then gets me into like a good rhythm to then ride forward in the second round. I did land on the wrong leg, but I chose not to correct it this time, and I thought I'm just going to keep going forward, and he'll just sort himself out. Because in the first round I changed him. When I say changed, like trot, canter, canter, trot, canter. Yeah, I felt pretty confident. I hadn't actually walked the course. Again, this is something I need to work on. I don't like walking courses because I don't want to like scare myself by walking up to the fences. But I do need to get over that. But it did feel, what I liked about it is that I wasn't scared by this course. And this is like the moment that I was like, oh, Amisha feels very comfortable now. That is now my comfort height, which is really good. Seeing as literally this time a year ago, I posted it on my Instagram. We crashed through the first fence of the 80 centimetres unaffiliated here. And now we are flying around, quite literally. This was like the start of the jump off section, the Discovery at CCR. And I was also saying to Amy, I think I actually ride better against the clock because although I'm not thinking sort of like all guns blazing, I want to be going 1,000,000 miles an hour, it makes me just keep riding forward and riding through those turns like there. And we always get better shots and he jumps much better. So it's not about getting the long ones, although I know I got a long one earlier. It's just about riding him more forward. And at this point I was like, wow, we've actually gone clear. And I haven't seen a lot of clears at this point. And yeah, he went and won this class out of 20 odd people. It was quite a big class, it was, with some professionals, so good boy. And talking about a metre being a comfort height, this is definitely not my comfortable height at the moment. This is our first ever Newcomers, so 1.10 m. Fence 1, got a really good shot, and I was like, wow. And then I forgot, oh, there's fence 2. Because I was so pleased with how we jumped fence 1. And I really did go with the whole, I'm just going to take each fence that comes, and if it doesn't feel comfortable or if I really mess it up, we'll just put our hand up and come out. But we just were making our way through and making quite good progress. I was so pleased. I remember like absolutely beaming halfway through this round. We just got the fences like on really nice shots. There were a couple where the next one, I just really pushed him out of his rhythm. I should have just sat and just kept my leg on. And I remember saying, oh, sorry, mate, sorry. Because I was like, oh, I don't want to like sort of scare him or anything. So just rebalance, but then ride really forward into the next one just to let him know that it's okay, you can still do it, and I'm sorry. Got a lovely shot over this double, and I remember I landed and I was like, woo, because it felt so good. And at this point, we're sort of near the end of the course, so the fences get a little bit bigger in BS towards the end of the course. But he's still absolutely jumping out of his skin. And the next one after this is a water tray. I remember I walked him up to it before, and he was looking at it a bit, so I really rode him into it, and he absolutely ballooned it. Then the last fence, I think he was just a little bit tired, and I should have held him up a bit more. We got that down. But yeah, 8 faults for our first Newcomers. Yeah, that's a little sort of debrief of what we've been doing over the last 8 weeks. And I'll just try and get some footage for our cross-country outings that are coming up and pull those together ahead of the season starting. So fingers crossed, everyone. Do a happy Sundance so that it dries out, and Oxtal's does go ahead at the end of March. But at the moment, not feeling those good vibes, because it is absolutely like tipped it down over the last sort of 24 hours. And yeah, it's just British weather. Trying to event in March is hard. And even April at the moment. But yeah, can't wait for the season to start, and cannot wait for badminton.